What if I told you that the biggest reason most people never achieve their dreams isn't because they're lazy or untalented? It's because they lose a battle that no one else can see, a battle inside their own mind. Today's story is about a young man who lost everything, not because life was unfair, but because he couldn't control his thoughts. And by the end of this story, you'll discover a lesson that could completely change your future. Ethan Carter was 19 years old and lived in a quiet town in Colorado. Everyone believed he was destined for success. His teachers called him brilliant. His friends admired how quickly he learned. His parents worked tirelessly, believing one day their son would give the family the life they had always dreamed of. But Ethan had a secret. Every morning, he promised himself he would change. Today, I'll study. Today, I'll stay focused. Today, I'll stop wasting time. But every single day ended the same way. One notification became 20. One short video became 3 hours. One excuse became another missed opportunity. Deep down, Ethan knew he wasn't losing to the world. He was losing to himself. Then one morning, his school announced the National Future Leaders Scholarship. The winner would receive a full scholarship to one of America's top universities. For Ethan, this wasn't just another competition. It was his only chance to escape poverty. That night, he deleted every game from his phone. He made a study schedule. He wrote one sentence on a piece of paper and taped it above his desk. My future is worth more than my distractions. For 3 days, everything went perfectly. He woke up at 5 a.m. He exercised. He studied with complete focus. For the first time in years, he felt in control. But on the 4th day, his phone buzzed. "Come online for just 5 minutes." His best friend texted. 5 minutes became 5 hours. The next day, Ethan skipped studying. Then another day. Within a week, his discipline had disappeared. The exam arrived before he realized how much time he had wasted. As Ethan looked at the question paper, his heart sank. Every question came from chapters he had planned to study, but never did. When the results were announced, students cheered, hugged, and celebrated. Ethan searched for his name again and again. It wasn't there. His dream had slipped away, not because he lacked talent, but because he lacked discipline. That evening, Ethan sat alone on a bench in a silent park, staring at the ground. An elderly man stopped beside him and asked, "Tell me, did life defeat you? Or did your own mind?" Ethan looked up. He had no idea that this stranger was about to teach him the one lesson that would transform his entire life forever.
The old man slowly sat beside him, watching the sunset without saying another word. After a long silence, he finally smiled. "My name is Daniel Brooks," he said. "For 30 years, I trained young Navy recruits. Some were naturally gifted, others weren't. But in the end, the ones who succeeded all had one thing in common." Ethan looked at him. They learned to control their minds before they tried to control their future. Daniel reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a small compass. He placed it in Ethan's hand. "This compass always points north," he said. "No matter how strong the storm becomes, it never forgets its direction." Then Daniel looked straight into Ethan's eyes. "Your mind should be like this compass. The world will distract you every single day. Notifications, comfort, excuses, fear. If your mind keeps changing direction, you'll never reach your destination." Ethan remained silent. Every word felt painfully true. Daniel stood up. "Meet me here tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. He handed Ethan a small notebook. On the cover were written just 4 words: "Discipline builds destiny." Without another word, Daniel walked away. That night, instead of scrolling through his phone, Ethan stared at the notebook for a long time. Then, for the first time in years, he turned his phone off. The next morning, the alarm rang at 5 a.m. His body begged him to stay in bed. His mind whispered, just 5 more minutes. But then he remembered Daniel's words. If you can't defeat your pillow, you'll never defeat your problems. Ethan forced himself to stand. Outside, Daniel was already waiting. For the next 30 days, there were no motivational speeches, only discipline. Wake up early, run, read, study, meditate, finish every task before touching the phone. Some days Ethan wanted to quit. Some mornings he failed. But every time he stumbled, Daniel repeated the same sentence. Don't focus on being perfect. Focus on showing up. Slowly, something began to change. His room became organized. His thoughts became quieter. His confidence returned. For the first time, Ethan wasn't fighting the world anymore. He was winning against himself. Months later, another national scholarship examination was announced. This time, nothing distracted him. Inside the examination hall, students panicked as difficult questions appeared. But Ethan simply took a deep breath. One question, one answer, one step at a time, exactly as Daniel had taught him. Weeks later, the results were announced. The crowd gathered once again around the notice board. Ethan slowly walked forward. His hands trembled. He looked once, then twice, and suddenly, there it was. Ethan Carter, first place. Tears filled his eyes. His parents hugged him tightly. Years of sacrifice had finally paid off. Ethan turned, searching for Daniel in the crowd. But he wasn't there. Instead, inside his notebook, Ethan found a handwritten message. You never needed me to change your life. You only needed the discipline to change yourself. Ethan smiled. At that moment, he understood a truth that most people never learn. Talent may open a door, but discipline decides how far you walk through it. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment to change your life, don't wait, because the future you dream about begins the moment you learn to discipline your mind. Your biggest enemy has never been the world. It's the excuses you choose to believe.